Every year, an organization recognizes the best places to work and celebrates the unique, forward-thinking philosophy of businesses that excel in the areas of motivating, retaining, training, and developing employees while striving to improve Polk County and its business community. Their story is coming up on Polk Place. Hello and welcome to Polk Place. Thanks for joining us today. I'm your host, Dion Spires. Today in studio we have Albert Ares, the Director of Communications for CareerSource Polk, and Angie Hibbard, the Business Services Consultant for CareerSource Polk. How are y'all doing today?
Wonderful.
Good. Glad to have you guys here to talk about your event. Before we dive into the event, I just want a little bit of background for the viewers on what is CareerSource Polk. What is your mission? What do you guys do?
So our mission is to be the innovative leader of today's workforce for the county. So basically how we strive to get to that goal is we try to connect job seekers and employers through different means. What we try to do is for job seekers, we help out with anything that they need for career development in regards to resume assistance, mock interviews, and whatnot. And to the employers, what we help is we help them put out what we would call, when they have positions open positions, we help them with job orders. And we use the Employee Florida Marketplace as that destination to connect those two entities together. And Employee Florida Marketplace is the state's official job search engine website.
Okay, so that ties right in with your event that's coming up with the goal to help people be employed. For your event, you're talking about the best places to work in Polk County. So tell me what your event is that's coming up and what you guys are striving for with that.
Well, we have an informational session to start with on March 30th for any employer who would like to come to find out more information about what it means to be a best place to work, what the application process is. Then we'll open the application on April 1st, and they'll have until the middle of June to apply and fill out all the necessary surveys and information. We then survey their employees for satisfaction, rate their application process according to set numbers that we've got and give them a ranking. And then we have judges that come in and do an anonymous review of the answers they've given. There's some written answers that they have to fill out.
Oh, okay. So you said that it's all application process on how people get involved.
Yes.
Where do people find the application? How are there any qualifications that they need to have as a business to qualify to be a part of this? Or?
They have to be an employer with a location in Polk County. Mm-hmm. They have to have a registered FEIN number, so they have to be a legit employer. We don't work with companies who are the extensions of companies doing it that way. We can't work with companies for posting jobs that are commission-based only. However, to qualify for best places to work, they can have positions that are commission-based as well as salary or hourly wage-based. So for the most part, as long as they're an employer in Polk County, we can work with them for this award.
Now with this Best Places to Work award ceremony, you guys have been doing it for a number of years. Where are you at right now? How long has it been going on?
So we've been awarding this award since 2003, and what it's really about is that we try to honor employers in the county that really helps out the lives of their employees based on what HR policies they have. So what I've seen before that has won, they've helped out with a really good benefits package, or you know, they do a lot of flexibility with their vacation and maybe sick days or something like that. So it's just basically things that we're seeing, or the judges that are really awarding these the awards are seeing like this is a really great innovative way to do something that's in the HR policies.
We want to recognize companies that have a fabulous work-life balance for their employees, that maybe it is a great product they produce, but it's a fabulous company for somebody to work for, somebody that really goes above and beyond doing anything different than just the average you come to work and then you go home. They interact with their employees and have additional benefits and things. Some of them are HR related, some of them are opportunities that just a company can recognize their employees different ways.
And that's always important, that employer does go the extra mile to make
Yes.
that job enjoyable, because I know when I was in school working in retail and stuff, it's kind of rare to find a job where an employer or the HR goes kind of that extra mile to help you out, but it makes such a difference when they do.
It does.
I can speak from experience.
Oh, yeah. You're at work so much during a day
Yeah.
or during a week that you want to have somewhere that you enjoy working and that you feel valued. But on top of that, employee retention is so important.
Mm-hmm.
And if a company recognizes their employees and they want to stay there and they want their friends and other people they know to come and work with them, then it's a value to an employer to retain an employee for a long time.
Absolutely. Now, you've got the awards coming up, but what we're talking about today is really the informational session, and that's prior to the awards. Who should attend the informational session, and what are they going to get out of it?
Basically, any employer who is unsure of how to fill out the process. Maybe it's somebody that's applied in the past and did not receive the award, and they've got some questions about what could we do to enhance. We're going to have a judge there that has judged in the past, so they can tell them from the aspect of a judge what they're looking for, which some of the things, it's answer the questions. We have a lot of people that come in and they want to market their company, but this is about marketing or basically promoting what you do for your employees. So we want to make sure that they're reading the question and answering it. There'll be a past winner that will come and tell everybody this is what we did. Not necessarily these are the things that made us the best places to work, but here's the things that we included in the application that seemed to make a difference that we heard replies back on. So a lot of companies we've talked to over the years have said, oh, I did that, I just didn't think to put it in our application. But because it is a blind review and the judges don't know who it is, and we actually, most of our staff don't even know who we're working with because we assign numbers. So it stays very much generic so that there's no influence. But if an employer does not tell us something, we don't assume it. We can't know it. So some companies think, oh, we're big, we've got a great campaign, everybody knows this about us, but we don't if they don't put it down on paper. So those are the kind of things we want to tell people. Write it down, answer your question, and we're here to help if they need us.
Wow, so you guys are totally in the dark with these companies. You don't know who you're scoring?
As much as we possibly can be. There was one person in our office last year that assigned the numbers, and from there forward, everything stays fairly generic.
Wow, that's pretty awesome,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
No bias.
That's a good system.
Yes.
Yeah. So what kind of turnout do you guys normally have for the Best Places to Work applications? Do you guys normally have a lot of companies that come out for it, or is it fairly small in the past?
It's grown some every year, I think. Over the last couple years, we've seen a trend increase that we used to have just a fairly consistent number of employers that were sending in their applications and trying to figure out if they qualified. We've had a handful last year that wanted to and just for one reason or another couldn't, but I think we're in the 20s or 30s of companies that want to apply. Not everybody thinks that they are best places to work, so we understand that not every company is going to apply, but the more companies we've got, the better it is, and they're not judged against each other. They're judged against the criteria to see, do they fit the mold for a best places to work? Do they meet the standards? Do they exceed the standards? So it's not a competition that if 30 people apply, we only get one winner. We've got the different categories for size because it makes a lot of difference. A company of 10 offers different benefits than a company of 1,000. So we've got different areas that they each fit into. So we want them to come and ask us questions and participate based on their company, not on their competition.
We usually announce the winners during our annual meeting. And this annual meeting that we're coming up, we're having it on August 18th. It's going to be our 20th, so it's going to be a bigger annual meeting. But what I really want to emphasize is that what the employers can also, learn during this application process, just that when they kind of find out who the winners are, maybe they can get some suggestions or some like, things that they can learn about what the other companies are doing, and maybe they can also implement some kind of, it doesn't have to be like the same thing, you know, but they can implement some aspects of what the other employers that have won are doing.
Plus, it's a benchmark. They can measure what do their employees actually feel and think. A lot of times what an employer thinks is important to their companies is not necessarily what the employee thinks is important to their companies. So it's a really inexpensive way for them to figure out exactly how their employees feel. And we do an anonymous survey to the employees once the employer applies too, so we get feedback from the employees also.
That's awesome. Now, Angie, you mentioned that some companies may not feel that they are one of the best places to work. Are you able to give a gist of like what type of criteria you're looking for, what type of questions are on the application, so that they do know
Sure.
kind of where they would fall?
Sure. We ask a lot of the demographic questions. Those are typical questions just to get ratings and rankings along those lines. But then there's questions in there about daycare and time off. Is it just one pool of time off? Is it PTO? Is it vacation days and sick days? We want to know how long they're retaining employees. What percent of their employees, or do they have anybody that's been with the company over 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? We've got companies in Polk County that have multiple employees that have been with them 25 plus years. So that's impressive that the company has a significant number that have been there that long. We ask them some open-ended questions too, things that they see are true benefits to their employees. Why do they think they should be a best places to work is our very last question. And it's a chance for them to really say, we are a best place because we do this and we offer this. And again, it's not what they do for the community, it's how they enhance their employees' work experience.
And if they're still not sure after that spiel, if there are best places to work, they can come out to the informational session and find
Yes.
out more about it, right?
Yes. Free
No.
lunch, so we'd love to have them for that too. Yes,
Starts
yes.
at noon to 1:30,
In
Okay.
Winter Haven at our career center there,
And what's the date on that?
March 30th.
March 30th?
March 30th.
And is there any fee to come attend the session?
Nope.
No fee for the session.
Not at all.
Plus, if it's your first time to apply for Best Places to Work, you do get a small discount.
Oh, wow, okay. And if they are planning to apply for the best places to work, there's a fee on that though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How much is that?
It's $200.
Okay.
And if they've never applied before, they do get the small discount. But we're excited that every year we've got employers that roll over that once they win the award 3 years in a row, they become an employer of distinction for the next 3 years. So we've got quite a few of those. The county commissioners is one of those that has been one of our best places to work for years and is an employer of distinction right now.
Great. That's a nice little honor to have.
Yes.
Have to show for yourself, right?
Yes. We've got companies that use it in their marketing campaigns too. We've heard it on radio ads.
Nice.
We've seen it in print media when they post jobs and open positions. They've used it that way. So when they win the award, it can be a recruiting tool also.
That's great. And is there any need for volunteers to help run this event or anything that people can come out and help you guys out, or do you guys have it covered?
No, we pretty much have it covered.
Okay.
No volunteers needed.
Okay, cool. We always just check and make sure, see if anyone has the opportunity. So I appreciate you guys coming out. I wish you the best of luck. Hope you guys get a great turnout this year.
Thank you very much.
Join Career Source Polk at the Polk Best Places to Work Awards informational session. It's scheduled for Wednesday, March 30th from noon to 1:30 p.m. at Career Source Polk in Winter Haven at their Career Center. That's located at 500 East Lake Howard Drive. This session will help you learn more about the application, best practices, and hear from past winners and judges on the process. Join them for the complimentary luncheon. For more information, give them a call at 863-508-1100 or look them up on the web at careersourcepolk.com.